When you're looking through a welding visor, you can see everything like through a green screen. There's very, very minimal detail, but when you first strike up that arc, the entire world just goes black. Some of the objects that I had to make were car ramps for Halfords, point of sale for Tesco's, brass and vinyl valves. Frankies and Benny's, I built their ventilation. I've had to make ventilation for Audi garages, ventilation for small shops, the canopies that go inside the fish and chip shops for the cookers. I've had to make them, I've had to make the filters, parts for JCBs, panels for Kinematsu, dashboards for Land Rover, housings for the airboxes in cars. When you first went into the company and started looking around at other jobs and things, it just seemed to be a very, very stable career. I would describe welding as, it's a lot of fun because you get to make a lot of different objects in a very short amount of time. But it is very dirty, it is very dangerous, and you've got to work very, very hard. The most enjoyable job I had was learning to weld watertight. It was just a little tray and it was just constant testing. Just weld it, fill it with water, empty it, re-weld it. They didn't really hype up the welding arm when they first brought it in. They just dropped it down, rigged it up, and I came in the next day ready for work. And they just kind of looked at me, looked at me and went, "You're racing that." The task was to create 80 car ramps for Halfords, and the first one to win kept the job. The people I trained with, they were great. They actually, all the lads from the fabrication and the mechanical engineering, every time they got a chance, they'd go into the toilets and have a massive bust up. I was the only one left on the shop floor working. We were always cracking jokes, welding people's tools to the bench, melting people's locker keys and turning them into a disc. It's just what you did in engineering. I did it with loads of people. When I came to race the robot, what they wanted to do is they wanted to test it out on speed and efficiency, and I was one of the fastest fellas I had at this company, so instantly I was a perfect target. They gave us both the same job, which was to create car ramps for Halfords. We had to create a stillage, which is about 40 to 80 units. It was a case if you don't beat the welding robot, you've lost the job. As for what my employer thought when I beat the challenge, what the set is with the robot, there was no congratulations, there was no well done. It was a case of, alright, see you tomorrow, come back at 8 o'clock. That did not only keep hold of the job, it also put us in better stead with the actual supervisors and the managers. I started getting special work, like one-offs that came in. If during the summer they hired out another factory because they're too busy, there was 2 lads got sent up there, there was a fitter and there was me. It got us noticed, but I don't think it helped that much. When I left the field, it was completely different than when I started. When I started, you had a whole comradeship on the shop floor and everyone was there for a laugh. When I left, it was you're watching your own back. People were damaging your work to try and get you to get the sack so they could keep the job. The comradeship had turned into competition. It wasn't such a case of you went in, you had a laugh, and then you went home like it was at the beginning. It was a case of, but you were always secretly watching your work.